give another shot at this moon with the trees here. We make the moon look like it's part of the stoplight. This tree is right in the way though. Might be able to sneak through it. Hello everybody, welcome back. I am back to doing some more street photography with the Sony A7IV and the 70-200 f2.8, the Sony lens I've got. And yeah, we are back to trying out some street photography. First time with this lens, so we'll see how it goes. Let's just jump right in, see what we can get here. I'm gonna do a couple warm-up shots here, see if we can catch this parkade. Get all of our settings a bit prepped here. Photography is like a lot of things where you kind of gotta warm up to get things started. See if we can grab one of this guy taking a tattoo. I'm gonna try and get one just zoomed out here. We'll go 70mm. Just try and get a wide angle shot of this street corner, the people pass in. Kind of like the look of this bank drive-through here, just with the shadows, and then a little bit of light that comes in under it. I just want to grab the left side of this. Not worry too much about the actual drive-through, but just kind of the light from it. And then, probably can't see this too well, but got some fog coming up with the probably apartment lights here. Different colors of the lights create a fun little contrast there with the dark shadows. I wonder if it's possible to get one head on with this building up here. Kind of one of those classic shots of a building with most of the lights turned off, but you got a few of them on. Try and just go head on here. I'll zoom in a bit to cut off the top of it. It's not as head on as I'd like it to be, but maybe with some distortion and Lightroom we could adjust that. We could even try the same thing here on this building. This might turn out a bit better. Yeah, I think I like this one better actually. Go to manual mode here so we can get the aperture a bit higher. It's dark, so we can't do too much with that. Got the ISO pretty high already. Then I'm even going to zoom out just a touch since I'm shaking a little bit because it's chilly out here. I want to make sure I get all of it and then I can crop in what I need to. I'm going to grab one of all these different shades of the left side of this parking garage here. All these different shades of light on the corner. Stay zoomed in. I think it gets a bit too busy when we see the other side of it as well. And I like this pole here. You can see the reflection from the red LED sign up there. Might use this pole as a leading line up to it. Nothing too fancy, just grabbing the sign here. I like the look of this alley here. It dips down a bit and has that red color at the bottom. And the dumpster creates a bit of a subject there. We've got kind of a old-fashioned pizza sign here that I just walked past. I'll try and grab. We do have some branches in the way, so it might be a bit of a problem. Get some of the Christmas lights in it. I'm recording this just a few days after Christmas, so we've still got all these lights on the trees, and there's people ice skating that we might run into later. Try and catch this silhouette here of the people walking in or beside. A lot of street photography it's kind of like improv. You can't really script a whole lot. You just kind of got to be super aware of what's going on around you, see if anything catches your eye, and be ready for when something does. I'm going to try and grab this one with the lights right behind him. I'm going to try and grab one of this person right under the stoplights here. I'll give another shot at this moon with the trees here. Can we make the moon look like it's part of the stoplight here? This tree is right in the way though. Might be able to sneak through it though. Sort of what I was picturing, but we'll see if it turns out. We'll just grab a urban landscape here. This little sky or catwalks, whatever you call them, always add some nice depth, another focal point to those images. Got the river coming through here, creating this nice reflection on this building here with the LED. And I think we'll try and get another shot here of this moon. It's a really nice highlight to this clock tower photo here. If we don't have a wide enough angle to get it all, but even something like that. Keeps it a little eerie. Let's see if I can get one wide enough with this carousel here. That should work. Don't have to do too much with that. And again, I'm going to go for this moon shot here. Turning the ISO way down, because everything else will be a shadow anyways. So we don't really need the textures too much of those dark shadows, but having the textures of the moon, if at all possible, would be super, super nice. I'm gonna try and catch one between these trees here. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up and just go along this lamp line all the way through. Maybe get a bit into the weeds here to get this close lamp included in it. And again, those like buildings in the background aren't my favorite. If I had a choice, I'd knock them right out for this specific photo, but we do not need to worry about that. I'll try and snag another here of this line. And I'm going to the right because I don't really want the bright lights of this included. Even though it really shouldn't be like that for in my head. You know, you should have space for those lights to kind of breathe a little bit, and it's cuts them off and adds in a bunch of shadows that aren't really necessary. There's a bunch of people ice skating, so see if there's anything promising over that direction. Looks like they just kicked everyone off to clean it. Might have to loop back. Or, you know, get some excited faces leaning over the edge here. Let's get one leaning up to this pavilion up here. We can get the clock tower kind of tucked in between these two lampposts, and then the moon up top. Scratch that. Well, I guess we can still get the moon up top. But let's ignore the moon for this next one. Just kind of focus on this middle section. So our aperture's got to be pretty low still with the lighting. And then those two subjects can just kind of disappear into the background a little bit. I really like this. Just pointing down the ice frame here. I might wait for some skaters to come by. Get a shot like that. Maybe even through the glass here. Let's see what that looks like. It's not bad. It's a bit blurry just because the glass isn't clean. Yeah, I might just keep it landscape here. Keep this railing in. There's a bit of a leading line throughout, and then as the skaters come through, they should be looking somewhat this direction. So I think we'll sit, wait for that, see if it ever comes. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get at least one more Zamboni ride through. Unless they're parking here, but we might be able to practice. Try this frame out, see what we think of it. I think that could work. I think the balance works a bit. We can maybe stand a little more to the right here so we get less of this sort of empty space. It fills the frame a bit more with the subjects. But I think that can work. We might even have this angle from this spot as well with the Christmas tree in the back. We'll have skaters going that way here. All right, here we go. They just released the first skaters, which are a bunch of very fast skating kids. We'll see if this frame catches anything here. I'm gonna change it to continuous, a bit higher though. Got our first fall there. Now let's try this out. Get the tree in the background. I'm gonna try and pull the focus on someone coming right past the camera here if possible. Let's move a bit farther back. And then we're gonna kind of use the same lined angle here, but zoom in. See if we can get that depth of field with this lens. See if we can get any laughing faces. think we got a couple good ones in there. And I think we might call it pretty soon. We'll work our way back. It was fun to play with the different lighting that you see at night. So many shadows, and then the shadows really amplify the lights that are on, which is fun, especially the LED signs that we saw a couple of. Yeah, I'm recording this a few days after Christmas, so hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we got a new fresh start to 2024. Lots more videos to come. Be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this, and follow along for the next one next week.